From World of Concrete 2018, everybody, I'd like you to meet John Rittman, who's with Diamatic. How are you this
Very
morning?
nice to meet you again.
Well, I'm happy to provide a seat for you.
I appreciate it. Been on my feet pretty much for 3 days straight.
I'll tell you, isn't it? That's how it happens with the show. And what happens is none of us are used to it.
No.
That's different.
Once a year do you have to do
Yeah,
this, right?
once a year,
Once or
yeah.
2 times a year.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, believe me.
Okay, you're more than welcome. Just get comfortable.
Thanks. Thanks.
Tell us what you brought to the show.
We've brought some innovation to the show again this year. We have quite a few new products. We have 5 new products that we brought to the show this year, including our Silex V-Lox trowels, 4 new propane grinders. So, it's been awesome.
Well, I wanted to ask you right off the bat here, propane.
Yes.
That's really taken off in the industry.
Absolutely. Propane is absolutely gone off the charts. We're now in our 3rd year of our engine development program with Briggs & Stratton and PPS, Propane Power Systems, and couldn't be happier. We've introduced basically 4 new machines this year, propane powered, 2 new dust collectors, and our new 555P mid-size grinder. With the success of our 735 series grinder, everybody, hey, do you have a smaller mid-size grinder? So we produced one and brought it to the show this year. And that's based off of our standard 555. And then 2 new propane vacs, a 15 kilowatt and a 10 kilowatt powered unit. And then also, the biggest innovation that we brought this year is on the 735, we've introduced our oil guard system by Briggs & Stratton. We're the only manufacturer in the concrete and construction industry that's been given this technology. And what that does is allows us 500-hour oil change intervals.
That's amazing.
It is
that
amazing.
in itself is just something else. That's pretty unique.
It is very unique, and in our industry, getting changed the oil at 100 hours is a struggle. So they have 5 times the opportunity to get the oil changed at 500 as rather than 100.
And I'm sure there are some out there that are saying, I can stretch this.
Yeah, sure, of course. There'll always be that.
Well, there are other products that you brought in your lineup too, your Silex, your Ultrafloors.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about these.
So, we just recently acquired Silex, and Silex is a actual polishing and grinding system. It's a wet system. Ultrafloor, we've been known as the industry leader in dry polishing.
Right.
So
now you're into the wet.
Now we're into the wet system, and we had an opportunity. One of our customers has produced the Silex system, and they also produced the trowel, the ride-on trowel. Now, those are the 2 things that we believe are going to change the industry from the new construction standpoint. So now, after placement, within 14 days, you can get on and start polishing the slab with this system. So we now are a wet and a dry polishing company.
Okay.
And we believe we have the leading technology in the actual grinding systems themselves. It's a true active planetary. What that means, Roger, is instead of a passive planetary would be, the diamond's just being drugged across the foot, we're actually driving the diamond. So we can use metal bond diamonds underneath the machine and polishing resin. So we don't have to go in with another system first with like regular platform machines. We can put the trowel on it right away.
Pre-treated, none of that's all gone.
It's all going away. So now we can get right on with the trowel and produce a product 10,000 to 20,000 square feet a day of finished polish, which is amazing. So we're really excited about that.
That in itself is unique.
Absolutely. So the Silex system, we call it silica stacking is our big thing.
Right.
So we start in the beginning steps of introducing a colloidal silicate to the substrate. So when we're finished, 8 to 10 millimeters, or almost 3/8 of an inch of the top of the concrete is a densified surface. So it's an extremely long wearing polish.
Right.
And it's quantifiable and repeatable. The Silex system itself uses RA meters, roughness average.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much prescribed. You keep running over the substrate till you get the RA number to move to the next step. And you don't go until the RA number is there. So that's how it's quantifiable and repeatable. And we can deliver the same polish across the board over and over again, anywhere around the world or in the country.
That's just amazing.
So
really.
same as like our Ultrafloor system, but now in the wet.
Now in the wet. And tell me, what's the drying time on something like that?
Well, when you're using the system the way it's designed, you're actually removing the water while you're doing it. So we're going in wet, and then we're using water control behind it. Right. So it's however long it just takes the moisture that's on the surface to wick off. So it could be 10 to 15 minutes in between. But when we're doing the wet steps, we go from one wet step to the next. And then when we switch to the dry, the last 2 steps of dry, we let it sit for about 35, 40 minutes before we go over to that.
The R&D is just mind-boggling.
It's
isn't it?
off the charts.
It's just going crazy.
You know what we say, innovate or die.
That's about right.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Yes. Well, good competition,
right?
And an industry creating demands creates innovation, right? Mother is the, what is it? What do they say? Invention
is the mother of necessity.
Well, or mother, you know, I forget
right.
the term now, but
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention.
There
it is.
There you go.
There we go.
Hey,
we got it.
John Rittman, I really appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Taking some time to get off that weary feet of yours.
Absolutely.
And talk to us about everything that's happened with Diamatic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Folks, if you're at the show, certainly stop by. Now, you, I understand, have 2 booths,
We have
right?
2 booths.
One inside, one out?
As soon as you walk in the South Hall, you can't miss us. We're the first booth that you come to,
There
partner with Blast Track. And then outside, we have an outdoor booth demonstrating the new Velox trowel and then all our new propane equipment.
Really wonderful. Well, like I say, if you're at the show, certainly stop by, see John and his pals at Diamatic, and online, Diamatic.com.
You got it, baby.
That's it.
All right.
Thanks. It's been
Thanks
a pleasure.
again. Appreciate you.
More than welcome.
All right. Have a great day.
Okay. From World of Concrete 2018.